Hi, this is Fiona from Consciously Clearing Decluttering. So over the past couple of weeks, I have been doing videos on how to declutter your home based on queries that were submitted through South Dublin Libraries. And this week we are going to look at two queries which are quite similar. So the first one is, the kitchen always looks messy, piles on the floor, in the corners, stuff always at the end of the table. How do I remedy this? Second one is, how do I declutter my bedroom as I don't know where to start? So we're going to start with the bedroom one first. First of all, I think your bedroom should be as calm and tranquil as possible, especially in the current situation. So first things first is clear the floor. You don't need to be tripping over things as you're going in and out of your bedroom. So gather everything up, put it on the bed and examine, why is it on the floor? Is there somewhere else better it could be? And then start to rehome things. And the second thing then is visual clutter. What is on your dressing table or desk? What is on your bookshelves, your windowsills? And then it's all about curating your collection, gathering everything up, similar things, and then storing them. So for example, if it's your dressing table and it's littered with stuff, finding things you already have in your home to help you get a bit more organized. So for example, these are my makeup brushes and they're in a vintage vase. Or you could use, this is a simple washed out candle jar, or an empty vase, or my particular preference would be a washed out bean can. Like they can store pens, makeup brushes, lots of bits and bobs. So rather than seeing 10, 15, 20 items, you're just seeing one because everything is in there. So the first thing is to do is the floor. The second thing is the visual clutter. What are you actually seeing when you're coming into your room? Next thing then is, if you have a bedroom chair, we did this last week, if it is littered with clothes, basically just gather them all up and throw them in the wash. And then promise yourself you're not going to keep throwing stuff on the chair. And if you're finding that difficult, and I know this is going to sound really hard, you need to remove the chair for a month to try and create new habits, because it's so easy at the end of the day when you're tired and you just feel, oh, I just can't be bothered, to throw stuff on the chair. And inevitably somebody will throw a wet towel in there. They just do. So clear off that chair, throw everything in the wash, and then try and create new habits. So it's all about visually, how does it work? And then the next step would be to kind of go through your drawers and then go through your wardrobe, but it's a process. So it's starting off first with the visual, the floor and the surfaces. And if you're kind of feeling, oh, I just can't be bothered, I feel so overwhelmed, set a timer for an hour. That way you know it will be over within an hour. And if you want to keep on going, great. But you know it's just down to 1 hour. So getting back to the other question about the kitchen. Always looks messy, piles on the floor, stuff always at the end of the table. First of all, you have to examine what is happening here. What is the stuff on the floor? Who does it belong to? Because one of the main reasons that clutter appears is it doesn't have a home to go to. So every single thing in your home needs to have a place to go back to. And if it's sports gear, just put it all in the one place. If it's piles of paperwork, literally just gather it all up, stick it in a plastic bag, come back to it then later in the week, again, set a timer for an hour and sort through stuff. And one of the things I come across a lot in people's homes are empty decorative bowls. Only they're not empty because they're full of crap. Because people leave out bowls because they think, oh, this looks really cool. And then before you know it, it's full of Lego, coins, keys, plastic bits you really don't even know what they belong to, but they're just there. So if there are empty decorative bowls, remove them. Or like I do, This would be a vintage bowl that I got in a charity shop years ago, which I love. And I know that if I leave that out, it will be full of crap. So now it's not. And they're just twigs out of my garden. So it's all about creating a visual and setting a timer for an hour and then just working through it. So hopefully that helps. Okay, mind yourselves.